Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nerds on the Couch Live. It's oh, I'm already thinking Halloween. No, sorry. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock, October 29th, and we're here doing our Halloween episode because, of course, we're in costume, except for Chino. And then,
That's how he always looks.
I know. How many restraining orders is now that, Chino?
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it on the air.
He
Yeah.
stopped counting.
And this is our first week back. We took a couple of weeks off because one, or the number one reason, I had to recover from the Sun City Sci-Fi. We got to thank Ian and Janine for throwing another great show. It was a lot of fun. You can catch our panel on YouTube, and I got to say, I was really surprised the turnout we had, and we had a lot of great reviews, didn't we, for the panel?
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Yeah, I felt like a rock star, like we just did a live gig. But it, go ahead.
Yeah, that was just amazing and everything. Just listening to everyone. I didn't think we'd even have one person.
Well, this is what works out when you're the opening act for the main star, which again we had a lot of fun moderating Nichelle Nichols' panel, and I gotta say she was a super awesome lady. I'm so glad I got to meet her.
Oh yeah, me too.
Wonderful. And we spent a good time with. We had a good time being next to the Emperor himself.
Oh yeah.
Our Dark Lord and Master was right there with us.
Well,
Clive?
yeah, Clive Owen and
Clive Reveal. Yeah.
Clive Revell. Yeah, forgot his last name for a second, but
Yeah.
well, he's either our emperor or he was Alfred. So,
So either we were serving him or he was serving us.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
and then again, I had a blast chatting up with Ashley. Karen Ashley, the Yellow Power Ranger, and she's cute as a button, but I still feel she can kick my ass easily. But I liked hanging out with her. She was so much fun. We being in that room was kind of crazy for that weekend, but I got to
Mhm.
say it was a blast. And
Yeah, Ian did us well, man.
Yeah.
yeah, I gotta get him a steak dinner or something. But we gotta thank you guys, and we're looking forward to March. And of course, they announced the main star for the March one, which is Jeremy Bullock, and Boba Fett. So we got that to look forward to.
Yep.
And then also talking about a couple of things to catch up on. This has been a huge Star Wars. Oh my God, the
Oh,
Star
God.
Oh
Wars.
yeah.
Oh, we can't get away from it anymore.
It's everywhere.
I think when I start decorating my tree, like I'm gonna put Star Wars decorations, and instead of the angel, I'm gonna put the Emperor up there with the Darth Vader head. But we gotta talk about that trailer. That third trailer, wow.
More than just wow. Woohoo.
Just everything just came out. It was like, oh my God.
And we still don't know what the plot is. Thank you.
No, we got clues. I mean, one of the biggest clues is they don't really believe in Jedi's and stuff anymore.
Well,
That's kind of what it made it seem like. They're like it's a legend, and Han Solo's like, no, it's all true.
Yeah.
Well,
well,
that's
here's
our
the. Hold up. Here's one of the things that the fans are rabid for it when they're going ahead and creating and just grabbing at straws on conspiracy theories already just because you have not seen Kylo Ren and Luke Skywalker on the screen together. That all of a sudden, Kylo Ren's Luke Skywalker. Ooh. And I mean,
personality.
the thing is that people are going crazy, going ahead and wanting to know what's going on in this film, and they've kept it very tight lid on it.
Well, part of it, um, certain plot information has leaked out because of the toys. The toys kind of leak out certain things, and we know that it's a search for Luke.
Yeah.
But also, again, when Gino mentioned about Han Solo bringing it all up, the idea of the Jedi got wiped by the Emperor. Remember in the original trilogy,
Mm-hmm.
and so now it's been a long, long time, and nobody knows Jedi's anymore. Nobody knows it. They got wiped from the history books. What do
It's a
they know?
folktale.
So yeah, and that's why Han Solo's like, it's all true, everything, and then he points. So
Well, we know one thing for sure. Han Solo's gonna get shot in the leg at some point.
well, maybe they kept that scene because now we found out it was a door. It was a closing door that got him, and so maybe they'll have it, and you hear the old man going Solo, on cussing and all that.
Well,
I'm just wondering
you
who
know,
he's going to point his finger at this time.
Not Chewie. Chewie will eat it, so it's gonna be somebody else.
Well, he
You
has
know
to-
what? I want to see a scene where he crashes a Millennium Falcon and comes out limping. You're like, okay, I see what they did.
Hey, we got to point out one thing though. Harrison Ford is a badass. Okay, he had a plane crash, and he walked away from it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
And
it's
he
more
feels
than
like-
that, dude. Yeah, it's more than that. I mean, since the guy got his helicopter license, he's regularly gone on rescue missions looking for lost stuff like that. Since he's got the skills, so he puts his helicopter skills to work. In fact, I think they kind of make fun of it in Expendables 3. He's flying a chopper. The guy can actually fly a chopper.
Yeah, but it was a plane crash. Remember that?
Yeah,
he had like a
Yeah.
one man.
A plane that he already built.
But still, he walked away from a plane crash at 70-something years old.
The unsinkable Harrison Ford.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Yeah, he reminds me of that movie. What was it? 40 Days and 40 Nights, where that Weber got his coworkers thing, but she came up with that good line where she's like, "I've flown with you twice, and you crash half the time." That sounds pretty bad when you put it like that.
Yep.
Well, I want to point out too a couple of things. For one, I did like when I saw the trailer that gone were like the blue screens. Everything looked real. And that was the one thing. Remember at Comic-Con that J.J. Abrams said that he kind of stayed away from blue screens as much as possible.
Yep.
He got for practical effects and advanced CGI and all that. And when you see the planets, you see like the lush life and the robots and all that. It just screams Star Wars.
Well, BB-8's taken over, man. That was the #1 toy over at
The convention.
Orly, did
Everybody
you get one
wanted-
finally?
BB-8.
No, I didn't. I can't be getting one anytime soon. So it's $150.
Whoa! Does it make you a sandwich? Cause dang.
It should
You
be
can-
able to.
Hey, it is a BB-8 that runs on its own. You can do it from your phone.
Phone.
Yeah, I saw it at Radio Shack, and yeah, the price tag and all that.
There's still a Radio Shack?
Yeah, they're still around, but I was like, wow. And yeah, I mean, two things. One, BB-8's going to take over once the movie comes out. Everybody's going to go nuts for that droid. Already at the Sun City, people loved it. When that guy had that droid going around. And I felt bad when I kicked it accidentally. But,
No, you didn't. Yeah.
yeah. Well, it was his fault because I was walking and he headed in my way. And so, but
I'm
still,
walking here. I'm walking here.
no harm done, but still, that was
No.
pretty cool.
The droid was saying, I'm rolling here. I'm rolling here.
Good call in the British accent too, dude.
Yeah.
But another thing too that's coming out that I think we got to cover is the Battlefront game. The trailers for this have been coming out, and
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, Wow.
Well,
Except
I
for
already
that
got
first
my
one.
hold over there. Huh?
What?
Except for that first commercial, man. That first commercial bothers me. He's in the office. He picks up R2D2 and he starts thinking of his best friend. And then he breaks a chair and jumps out of a window. In my perspective, the guy's hallucinating and he just committed suicide.
Well, no, dude. That kind of brought memories with me and you, dude. How many times did we play Battlefront? Remember?
Oh, don't bring that up, dude. No, not even Battlefront, dude. That first Star Trek game we ever played was that Space something Academy or something where we were fighter pilots and we couldn't even make it out of the training mission.
No, but
we
I
crashed
remember
in
we
the
had.
canyon.
No, I remember we had Battlefront 1 and 2, and we played that like crazy. Because that
Oh,
was awesome when we did
yeah.
the Hoth battles and Kashyyyk and all
All
that.
right.
What?
Okay,
Wait.
I'll agree with you. I'll agree with you here. I liked all of them except for Sky City.
Oh, yeah, we kept falling
I kept getting blown out of that every single time.
Well, were you guys doing Ewok target practice?
Yes. We did kill you. Yes.
No, but
You gotta do that. You gotta do that.
yeah, I went ahead and put my copy on hold already, so I think I'll pick it up the night before.
Oh,
Are you gonna be getting the Han Solo mini fridge?
No, man, that's too much. That's way too much.
especially for a guy who's going to get married and then he has to explain it.
Honey,
Just
I
like-
just
Yeah.
need to get another Coke out of Han Solo.
Just
you need
wait.
to
Just wait. You know.
just
Well,
sneak it into the wedding and say it's part of the wedding. I mean, that's all you need. It's a wedding. It's a wedding thing.
Or just say, yeah, Renee bought it for me, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, good.
We all chipped in for it. And then she's like, well, I don't want it in my house. Take it. Okay, I'll take it.
What are we gonna do with the Millennium Falcon coffee table, man?
well, that's going in the living room.
I mean, we still need to go ahead and put this the Black Velvet Slave Leia in Renee's
Man cave.
living room. Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, and then the other thing you're going to have to go with, like, oh, no, honey, I didn't spend that much for it.
I mean, we need to go ahead and get the Jawas playing poker.
Yeah,
Do they actually have that?
I've seen it. Well, they had the one where the famous corner diner, but with Star Wars characters sitting on it.
Yeah, the Nighthawk painting.
Yeah, the Nighthawk painting, and then you know, we could get like Akbar's head, stick it to a wall, and when you walk by, it's a trap. You know?
Yeah, no, I'm not putting Akbar anywhere near my house. That's creepy.
Yeah,
Well, they have Akbar
Actually,
back
I might
in
put him in
there,
a fishbowl.
I heard.
yeah, they
Crap.
showed
Put him
they
in a
showed
fishbowl.
pictures of Akbar and Neenum in him. So
What could they
Nina
do?
was,
I remember an episode where they had the race of alien that Akbar is. I can't remember the name they
Mon
are, but
Calamari.
they had like extra mouths or something, didn't they? Couldn't he like yell or something?
no, you're mixing him with the Hammerhead people.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, never mind. Yeah.
There was a Clone Wars. There was that Clone Wars episode. Remember where they're fighting underwater in the calamari race?
Mon
and,
Calamari, yeah.
They needed backup, and so they brought in the Gungans.
Yeah.
And Jar Jar actually did something good for once. We all had to see it like 3 times that Jar Jar actually did something good.
Well, my favorite of the Clone Wars was Jar Jar pretending to be a Jedi. That was kind of cool. Of course, my favorite Jar Jar moments is there's a Robot Chica one where it's like, you manipulated me, huh? You know, turns out Jar Jar's
Well, I have
the
to say
lead,
something.
the Master Sith.
Yeah.
Orly, I have to say something.
What?
With the mustache the way it is, the goatee the way it is, and that helmet, you
Genghis
look like
Khan.
Genghis Khan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It was gonna
Well, there's your Halloween costume for this year.
be Genghis Khan.
Well, now that we started talking about Clone Wars, it's tied into this few weeks Clone Wars. I mean, Star Wars Rebels episodes, which I gotta say, wow, they've really kicked it up.
Oh yeah.
Bringing back Rex and the clones, and kind of figuring out like they kind of explained what happened to them.
Mhm.
And I gotta say, it was awesome seeing Rex again.
Yeah.
They
I
broke
mean,
the
just,
conditioning.
Yeah. Well, they took out the chips.
Yeah,
had
they
their
said it.
chips removed.
They kind of figured out, which is tied into the final Clone Wars episode. That they explained that they had chips in their heads. I guess somehow Rex and the other ones pulled it out of their skulls.
Yeah.
And
Ouch.
They
Hey,
didn't
Rex
do it
would
through
do
their
it.
nose, did they? A la, Arnold Schwarzenegger, pulling it out.
No, they went through your butt like how you do it. And
Yeah, oh. Some
Okay.
things are too horrible for Halloween, alright? Some things are too horrible.
well,
Well,
part
I'm not
of it
happy.
too is like, what?
I'm not happy. If you don't give me fives, I'm not happy. Where's fives? No, I don't want fives.
Didn't? No, he
I
died.
miss fives.
Died.
Yeah, I
He died,
know.
dude.
I miss fives. I know.
Yeah,
I
we
still
should-
miss them. Fives
Yes,
died.
worm tongue. Sorry, worm tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fives died, man. That was really bad. The way he died.
Well, I always kind of wish they brought back the Clone Wars, but I gotta say, Rebels is a good substitute. I mean, I am enjoying the episodes. Now we have the Inquisitors. There's a few of them coming out. There's, James Earl Jones is doing Darth Vader.
Well, ever so
And-
often.
Well, you can't have Vader on all the time.
It's true.
Or it's not the Vader show.
And two,
Could be.
they're playing it safe. That's the thing. People at the Sun City, we were talking about this because they're playing it safe. You're not going to have Princess Leia. You're not going to have Han Solo. Maybe as a guest star later on, and even then they'll be like their younger versions. But
Like Ian?
yeah, but part of it is that they're like out in the outer rim. They're like far away. And so that's kind of their safe zone now. They're like, we can do anything. We can do all these storylines and all that because we're far away. The Star Wars movies took place closer to the center
Central
of the Empire.
Town.
Yeah.
Except for Tatooine.
Well, even then,
They did.
Tatooine doesn't seem that far.
That's an outer. That was in the outer rim.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well,
but
He
they're
even
nowhere
says it,
near
ass
where
end
these
of
guys
space.
are at.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, let's not forget that Chewie was in the Clone Wars. So
True.
we did have a cameo of one of them.
Well, true. I mean, Han Solo at this point would probably. Well, we saw Lando Calrissian already, and so they'd be about the same age. If Han Solo and Leia come out, Leia will probably be a teenager, and then Han will be like in his 20s.
Well, how old was Leia when Han met her?
She was like 20, early. She was young. I mean, young.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was. I mean, whatever age she was when, that medical droid was going ahead and doing what medical droids do to her, and
Good day, sir. This is a penicillin shot.
She lost her will to live.
All this medical equipment, advanced medical equipment, and you couldn't save her?
Where did you get your medical degree in poetry? That was great. Robot Chicken is top notch for those.
when it comes to Star Wars, yes.
Oh,
But I
that's
saw
not-
that.
No, I disagree with you. I like their DC stuff too, man. Their DC stuff is funny too.
yeah.
Well, we gotta
They need
bring
to
up.
make another Troopers.
No, they didn't do Troopers.
No. They need to make another Troopers. I like Troopers.
Well, those two guys, I think, moved on. I mean, Troopers was like what, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm
it was
pretty.
good.
Yeah, but it
Although
wasn't.
20 years ago, that George Lucas in Love was great too, man. I still love that thing.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the era of Star Wars fan films seemed to have died off.
Well, maybe it'll come back to life after this up and coming year because you got the
There's
fact that you
7.
got the new movies coming out. Yeah, you got Episode 7 coming out. So why not
And then
breathe some life
Well,
into it?
have there been any rumors of Rogue Squadron or anything?
oh no, it's getting filmed. I mean,
I
pre-production,
know.
that's going on. But
No, I know, but I
What?
mean, any rumors starting to come out?
again, they're keeping it down. They're keeping it down, and they just barely started. They barely starting.
I mean,
We know
I've
the
heard of the Boba Fett movie. The Boba Fett. There's talk of a Yoda film, an Obi-Wan film.
Well, let's just hope they don't try to saturate the market. Remember what happened to certain other
X-Men.
films.
X-Men.
well,
Well,
once a year, and if your content is good and it's varied, and it appears that it jumps through time, backwards and forwards and all that, they shouldn't be a problem.
yeah,
I mean, Marvel does. I mean, come on, there's a Marvel movie every year now. Two
yeah.
uh, two Marvel movies a year, and starting next year, there's going to be two DC Comics movies
Well,
a
just
year.
remember what
So
happened with Spider-Man announcing Sinister Six and a whole bunch of other movies.
yeah, but that's just because they died. They
Yeah.
killed it, and I mean, and it worked out at the end because Spider-Man's back at Marvel.
Yep.
Yes.
So and they are
Well, come
announced.
on.
I mean, the
Amazing
news too is that they added movies to their lineup, and one of them was the Spider-Man movie.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Yeah, which all
Well,
right.
well, let's not forget, Amazing Spider-Man 2 sucked. That's one of the main reasons that
Yeah,
happened what had happened. And again, let me reiterate, it wasn't Andrew Garfield's fault. He was great. It's everybody around him, basically, or all the producers around him that did it in. Which, like you said, in hindsight is a good thing because Spider-Man's back at Marvel now.
yeah, and again, it's true. I mean, if Spider-Man 2 got well received, and it made money, but it got critically panned. But if it was critically well received and all that, yeah, they would have had the Sinister Six movie, and they would have had another Spider-Man movie, and
Would have
Andrew
gotten
Garfield would have come out another few more times. But
what the Rhino properly.
No,
oh
they probably
god,
would have still messed that up, dude.
They
Come on, no.
that whole bit getting Paul Giamatti just to go ahead and do that. I'm the Rhino. I mean, I'm sorry. That is such a waste of good talent.
you know,
But then
I
again,
just hope he doesn't.
look what they did with Electro and making him super nerd.
I just hope they don't have Paul
It's my
Giamatti
birthday.
I just hope they don't have Paul Giamatti on episode 7.
oh.
Ooh.
Oh, my Jedi!
No,
No,
I don't think that Paul Giamatti actually, wrote those lines and was going, I know a great thing. Why don't I just say, I'm a rhino?
I'm the Rhino.
With
Well,
that Aussie, that Steve Irwin Aussie accent.
no. Let's point this out. Paul Giamatti agreed to be the Rhino because they told him, "Hey, you're gonna do this cameo, which is gonna make you one of the bad guys for the Sinister Six movie." And he had the full intention of being, the bigger guy. That it was gonna be lead to the bigger role and lead to all this stuff. But on film, I'm sure when they were filming it, they had one vision, and then because we know going to Spider-Man 2, that was not their vision.
No.
That
No,
was
it
a bad
wasn't.
editing job. The deleted scenes, and I recommend to get the Blu-ray and see the deleted scenes, the alternate endings. They had an entirely different movie in mind, and somehow editing, corporates, and all that, art by committee, as the expression goes, killed it.
The only thing they got right is that they killed Gwen Stacy.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
she,
I have to give him credit. I have to give
you
him
know
credit. I was. Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta give him credit. I gotta give him credit. I mean, I actually thought they were gonna wuss out. I'm kind of glad they kind of stuck to the original ending and did it. I was half afraid they were gonna ruin the whole movie by, oh, he saves her at the last minute, you know.
Well, we all knew it
Go
was
ahead,
going
I'm
to
done.
happen when we saw her in the outfit.
Well, go ahead, Orly.
Well, what I was gonna say is the only problem I had with Gwen Stacy's death wasn't the fact that her head hit the pavement, or actually it was. It's the fact that her neck was supposed to snap. You know, in the middle of being caught by that web.
Yeah, but I think it's too subtle for anybody else to get it.
Yeah.
We would get it, obviously, but I don't think anybody else would get it. They're like,
I think
huh?
they went visual on it because, I mean, that was the hook in the comic book. Because it looked like he saved her.
Yeah.
You know, because for all intents purposes, yeah, he got the hook, she saved it. And then it was afterwards that we realized, oh, her neck snapped.
Yep.
You know, and
You know,
that's ugh.
and you know what?
Visual-
I always liked the end of that comic book because they even in the beginning they said we're gonna save the name of this comic book till the end, and then they came up with it and said the night that Gwen Stacy died.
Yeah, and that was pretty good. And then now they brought her back, and what? She's Spider Girl.
No,
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
I don't know the origins of that one. I haven't read
Spider-Gwen.
it.
It's
Spider-Gwen.
interesting.
Spider-Gwen.
It's interesting. It's an alternate universe kind of thing. Else world. No, what do they call it in Marvel? A what if kind of thing. You know, they have instead of she's Spider Woman and Peter Parker tried to become the Lizard and died. So it's an interesting twist on the new world.
Oh, so it's not part of the Marvel universe then?
It is, but it's
Well, you have that other
what
one
if
where
kind of
they're
thing,
all
you know?
like clones. You got all the clone ones, and I mean that went sort of.
Well, I defer to Chino because Chino keeps up with the Marvel comics. So, I mean, by the way, is anything going on with Spider-Man right now?
No, not that I know of. I mean, my
I
favorite.
like how he says it.
I mean, my favorite thing he did was he stuck to his. Well, you know, heard the whole Doctor Octopus took over his body and stuff like that. He got his body
Yeah, that was
back,
like
but it's
2
kinda
years
cool that
ago.
he still got, he's back being a scientist. He's back. I mean, the corporation he was working for is defunct, but it was kind of cool him actually creating science to save the world, which I like the angle of the stuff he created to combat supervillains is actually has other applications in the world. So I think that was a great angle. That's as far as I've read. I don't know what else is going on with him right now.
See, the only thing I know with Marvel is that the Falcon became Captain America.
Yeah,
We have a female Thor.
yeah.
And the whole world's topsy-turvy right now. So
Dogs,
Winter
cats.
Soldier is
together.
back. Winter Soldier's back.
yeah,
Are they
then
gonna
he'll
go
die
through-
and come back.
now that Disney won the whole battle? Are they going to be bringing back Fantastic Four in comics?
No, the X-Men and Fantastic Four are gone from the comic books.
Dead.
And
Until there's a
that's
don't
just,
have-
demand.
I think more than likely they're using it as a ploy to get the rights back.
It could be.
For
Which
X-Men?
I do
X-Men,
think
they're
it
not gonna
will.
be able to do it.
I do think again it's going to be a hard-fought battle, but I do think that will be the last holdout. But eventually, it's going to go to them.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Marvel-
the one thing we gotta
Go ahead.
say though is Marvel is not gonna kill off their Deadpool. I mean, Deadpool's one of their more popular characters, man. So they're not gonna get rid of him anytime soon. Despite the
No,
fact he's
but-
coming out in the movie and another.
They downplay it. They downplay it. Now, supposedly, again, the rumor, they said it was a hoax, but then now it kind of downplayed, was that the Fantastic Four rights are going back to Marvel. These things don't happen overnight. And part of the thing, and now it's just going to happen, and I think Marvel knows, Disney knows, because, Fox Studios or 20th Century, whichever one did the Fantastic Four movie,
It was
they
Fox.
have another 3 years to do another movie. And if they don't do it, it goes back to Marvel. And so Fox has to decide, okay, we're going to do another movie. People still remember how awful it is. And you have to climb it up and try to come up with another one to keep the rights or let it go. So
They need to let it go.
That's what I would agree with you, but I'm kind of afraid Fox is gonna do something like, let's combine it with something. That's kind of the only kind of option I could see them doing.
Oh, no.
I hope not. I hope
No,
not. But
by the rights, they have to. It has to be a solo Fantastic Four. It's not that they could bring Fantastic Four into another movie. It has to be a Fantastic Four movie.
No, but I just thought of something horrible.
What?
Fantastic Four spliced with Gem.
Oh boy.
But no, David's right on that.
Gem's
You're right.
not Fox.
They cannot combine the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. They can't do it.
And not keep the rights. It has to be a solo Fantastic Four movie.
This is why, again, there's not a solo Hulk movie right now either, because Universal Studios still has rights to the Hulk. And because of that, they can't do a solo movie. They can have the Hulk in other movies, like the rumor now is that Hulk's going to come out in Thor Ragnarok, which is pretty cool. And again, that's the only time Hulk can come out. He can come out in other movies, but he cannot come out in a Hulk movie.
But aren't they coming up to the end of that one as well?
The rights are, time is on their side. The rights are going to expire pretty soon, but just because they expire doesn't mean they can jump right away.
No. But you know what'd be cool? I want to go ahead and see Hulk go to the dwarf world. Or no, orc world. Or whatever it is.
Oh, you're talking about Planet Hulk?
No.
No, there was one where he got Hulk went to the Asgardian worlds.
Oh, Asgard.
And he went to the one that's for ogres. Or ogres or trolls. And they were like, he's another troll. And so, Hulk is like, they're like, hello there. Like us.
Well, I saw
it was like that, something like that.
Yeah, and I remember him beating the crap out of frost giants.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that was an interesting time with that. But we'll see. I mean, I'm looking forward to Thor Ragnarok. And the only other news that Disney's been keeping Marvel down because it's all Star Wars, for right now. And they said the trailer for Captain America will come out with Star Wars. Like we needed another reason to go see it.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to go see Star Wars, but I want to go ahead and see that. I want to see that Captain America trailer.
And I mean, I'm like, okay, but I'm still kind of like, believe it or not, we're not that far away from Captain America. They should have a trailer by now.
Yep.
Go figure.
Yeah, but the thing is that they're in Star Wars mode, man.
I know, but at this point, Disney can do both.
Yeah, I know.
And it's win-win.
Yeah, it'll be coming out. I mean, I would expect it to come out, also, seeing some kind of something when they give the Ant-Man DVD, which, a Blu-ray should be coming out very soon.
Ant-Man 2, that kind of caught me by surprise.
Yeah, I didn't see a sequel, honestly. I liked the movie, but I'm kind of like, okay, I see Ant-Man with other characters, Captain America, Iron Man, all these. I see him with other movies. I don't see another solo.
Yeah, the only reason I would see an Ant-Man 2 is because they're gonna bring out Giant Man. That's the only reason I could see why they would have an Ant-Man 2.
And that would make a great reason.
And Wasp.
Yeah, but we're gonna see her in the Avengers eventually, man.
Yeah, and she's already been coming out. She was, the daughter.
Yeah, so we got to have her on that. And jumping up a little bit, we got to talk. We had a big premiere. I know I know David was excited about this. And we had Supergirl premiere this week.
Wait,
And
what Supergirl? That was Supergirl? I thought that was Devil Wears Prada, the TV series.
I think you're watching the wrong movie. Or the-
No, I wasn't. That was. She just happened to have, an S on her shirt, but I swear that was Devil Wears Prada, the TV series.
No, it was not
No.
Prada.
What can you say? Meth is one hell of a
You
drug.
okay? All right. I disagree with you right there. Devil Wears Prada had Meryl Streep. There's no way that Clarissa Flockhart or whatever is anywhere close to Meryl Streep, man. Come on.
No. Hold on,
I
guys.
did the TV series, meaning it's a knockoff. But I'm sorry,
No.
that wasn't.
Guys. I'm going to side a little bit with both of you guys on each here. Because, yes, you're right. Callista Flockhart is in no way in any league with Meryl Streep, okay? I don't even think they're allowed to shop in the same area. But Callista Flockhart, you got to admit, Callista Flockhart was doing her best Meryl Streep impersonation, which was extremely horrible.
Yep.
And does the entire? I mean, come on. How many people in one episode can she reveal who she really is?
Dude, she's a
Really?
woman. She talks.
I know. Yeah.
We're gonna get hate mail. Hate mail goes to Renee. But no, here's the thing. I was just watching the previews, watching whatever. I could tell this was let me see, basically Superwoman meets Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Well, Supergirl.
Or Supergirl. I don't care. I don't.
They have a full argument about that inside the.
Well,
Who cares?
Alright, okay. This is my problem with it, and I could see the heads of the guys that wrote this. Okay, they said, let's create let's try to create a girl, an everyday, girl next door kind of thing. Let's throw in let's give her superpowers. Oh, but let's make her super vulnerable and feminine again. I mean, what's the whole point of her having powers if there's gonna be a secret organization that knows how to turn it off? That was kind of. You've kind of already destroyed her character right
That
there.
was wait. That was your only problem? Here's my problem. Here's my problem. How many people survived the destruction of Krypton? It seems like every other person was ready to go ahead and escape that whole battle, including her aunt Astra. I don't know the comics, but I doubt that that many people survived Krypton in there.
Believe it or not, surprising. Chino can back me up on this. There's actually quite a few people who survived. Krypton.
Well, entire prison,
Okay,
dragged the prison back from the Shadow Zone.
Phantom Zone. And let me
Phantom.
and
Whatever.
that's always been there. And let me just point out one thing. Crypto the dog, okay? They saved the dog for Krypton, okay? That's all I gotta tell you, alright?
You also got the fact that you have a whole Kryptonian city that was saved.
Kandor,
Yeah.
that's right.
Kandor.
Well, that's the thing about this one. One, I do give credit that you actually saw production in it. They didn't cut back. The special effects were actually pretty okay for TV.
I didn't.
I'll disagree with you.
No, there was a lot cheaper. Now, again, not the best, not movie quality, but again,
Was it
a lot
Flash
better.
quality?
No, you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna disagree with you there. You're right, but it's special effects we've seen before. That whole plane thing. Come on, we've seen that before. We've totally seen that before.
Which,
And
again,
that's what killed it.
you're-
That killed it for me right there.
You're right. I did struggle with that.
Killed it for you?
That happened within 10 minutes.
Started to say this sucked? Dude, I was
Well-
saying it sucked a long time before that.
Well,
commercials killed it for me.
The difference between you and me is I like girls, and you don't. So.
No. I like girls, all right. I mean, but I'm in agreement with Renee. none of them, she apparently they wanted her to look beautiful, and Renee said it before the show. It didn't do anything for
Yeah.
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 Let's leave it at that. Okay.
me.
Yeah, we'll stick with that. But well, I gotta agree. She is not like stunningly like wow, and I really don't see superhero. That's my issue too. That's the thing I was gonna bring up. The production value is a little plus. They do put effort, just like the Flash. And you're right. It's nothing groundbreaking, but it's there. And two, I have a problem with the actress. The actress to me, I don't know if she's a rookie or just straight out of it. She just seems like too peppy and just like I'm thinking whenever I see her, I'm like that old TV show, That Girl, with like superpowers.
Really?
Yeah.
When you brought up the Flash, and the thing that kind of bothers me about the Flash is, I mean, story-wise, okay, why is Barry Allen motivated to do what he does? And there's a solid reason, his dad's in jail, his mom got married, he had a raw deal, there's a whole we can see the whole sphere of influence of why he does what he does. That's kind of lacking in Supergirl. She's pretty, I think, and you've said it before, you brought this up before in other cases, she's two-dimensional. There's really, what else is there?
There was a reason. She was bored.
Yeah.
She needed something to do. She was bored.
I
But
didn't.
you know what I had the biggest problem with? The sister. One scene, she's like, you can't reveal your superpowers. You can't be a superhero. You can't be a superhero. I'm not, I can't let you because you're going to be in danger. And then not more than 2 minutes later, she's going ahead and saying, you have to do it. You have to be Supergirl. No. I mean, come on. This was like writing from a whole bunch of monkeys that couldn't even produce Shakespeare.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey.
I got one here. You have a room full of monkeys, and here comes Mr. Burns, and he's reading. He's like, it was the best of times. It was the blurst of times. You monkeys. Sorry.
No.
Not good. You have to admit that.
Honestly, I can't really see what the target audience for this is. I mean, yes, obviously women, but where is the motivation to see the show exactly? You know what I mean? Where? I don't
Well,
understand.
apparently a lot of people wanted to go see it because it was the #1 rated show.
Wow,
But I
that's
don't
sad.
think it's going to be #1 rated show on Monday.
No, it has. We have yet to see whether it has staying power or not.
I doubt it. I'm
Right.
gonna say it doesn't. And I'm gonna cite the history with CBS. Really has never really had a good shot at keeping a superhero show on CBS. The only one
they
I can
did.
think of is The Flash, and that's
And
it.
just remember, it was
No,
right
Gino.
after.
Hold on. No, they did have the Hulk.
True.
Oh yeah.
In the 70s.
The eyes turn green.
See, if Supergirl does that, I'd watch the show more. I'd have more faith in the show.
What
Oh,
if
but-
she went ahead and went all Hulk and ripped part of the
Hey.
uniform?
That would catch me by surprise. I'd be like, oh, they killed him. Yeah, I'm gonna watch now, just because the irony of it caught me.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
tell you
You're just wanting She-Hulk, the TV series.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Let me tell you what pisses me off. One, Superman is there.
Yeah.
Superman, and they showed us quick glimpses, and I caught this. If you caught the sleeve, it's the movie Superman. And the other thing, and they keep saying, "Oh, Superman wanted you to do this. He wanted you." You know what? They should have had him. They should have. They could have gotten somebody else. Having Superman at least a cameo or something in there at the end would have been nice, but they're wussing out.
I couldn't see that, dude. I mean, if they did that, it would take away totally focus from her completely, because she's a two-dimensional character, dude. You show Superman, and that's it. We're not really paying attention to her anymore. We're interested in seeing more Superman come out. Come on.
Well, this is why people are afraid to have Batman in cameos.
Go back. Okay, going back to what I've said before about Superman, and it applies here. It's he's only as good, and this show is only as good as its villains. Now, that Bartok guy, I'm sorry, we've seen him before, even from the same makeup. Reminded me, something coming out of Star Trek Nemesis.
I thought Klingon.
Yeah,
I don't care. I thought the axe was cool. That's all I'm gonna say. That's my favorite thing of the whole show. Was the axe.
the axe that blows up when she puts the heat ray on it.
Yeah, that axe was cool.
And it doesn't hurt her. It doesn't blow up in her face. It blows up in his face while her face is right there in front of it.
Let's compare this a little bit. I mean, let's go back a little bit. And how much of Smallville do you see in the show?
Very little.
Mm-mm.
No, this is where Smallville, and let's remember something here, okay? Smallville, as much as I know we've had discussions about it, you have to admit the characters were developed. Every actor on that show, every character on Smallville was well developed.
Yeah, I can't fault you there. That's true. I agree with you.
They may not have the best storylines in some seasons and all that, but damn, they were all great. Michael Rosenbaum as Lex Luthor was good. John Wellington, as Clark Kent, Superman was good.
Yeah, what about Doomsday?
In this show, no.
I don't know what happened there, man. Somebody needs.
I know what happened. It was a gimmick. Okay, let's do a show with Supergirl. All right, let's go ahead and get these morons to go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and read a comic from Supergirl. Okay, I've read a comic.
And you just reminded me, the Supergirl came out in Smallville. She was great.
Oh yeah, that's right. Supergirl did come on in Smallville. You're right. And she was
great.
great. Okay, her 5 minutes in Smallville were better than this whole thing.
So guys, go out there, get the episode with Supergirl in Smallville.
Hey, and then a couple of things too. I mean, we saw Hank Henshaw, which again, Chino backed me up. He's going to become the cyborg Superman, and I'm kind of like, okay, so already we're seeing he doesn't like him. Star Labs is sort of mentioned. We know in the trailers and we know from news Red Tornado is coming, which he looks ugly as anything. And then supposedly all these other superheroes are going to pop up.
I wonder if he's an android. I wonder if he's an android, because why would you make an android look that bad? So.
I have a question. You follow the series more than we do, Chino. Is Astra her aunt in the comics?
I couldn't tell you, dude. I'm very, very vague with Supergirl, but not with the new one. I think they're just throwing stuff in there, man. Because come on, Supergirl didn't have a sister, or an adopted sister or whatever. You know what I mean? And her sister was never part of a secret organization either. So they're making stuff up and throwing it in there, man.
Well, dude, I'm the DC one, okay? And you're right. The New 52 one doesn't cover it, but they do cover that the mother was a like a sheriff, and that the father was a scientist, and apparently in Kryptonian society, their society was fixed and all that, that basically the Spawn followed in the footsteps of the gender. So the mother, she was trained, or she was in the beginning process of being trained to be like a sheriff. And so in the comic books now, the 52 version, she's a little bit of a sheriff, She has that sense of going around fixing things, and that's her motivation right now. I do like the 52, that there's a little bit of family strife, because she doesn't get along with Superman. And they sort of now, Superboy is in the series, and they all kind of like get together, but there's like a mistrust among them, which I think works. Instead of the all, hey, I'm your cousin, let's all fight together, goody goody. And I'll be honest, I think Superman the animated series did a way better job. But
if we're gonna talk animated, my favorite Supergirl was the one that came out in Batman Superman Apocalypse. I mean, that's where they first introduced Supergirl, and that Supergirl was awesome. That Supergirl.
Supergirl that hated Superman and was being sort of trained to go back, get at him.
Yeah, well, Darkseid kidnaps her, dude. I mean, all that story was fascinating. All that, even the graphic novel, which Renee was lent it to me first a long time ago, man, was awesome. All that was awesome. You know what I mean? This show can't even come close to, touching, kissing the dirt that rock caused.
I think the 1980s movie was better than this, and I hated that movie.
Yeah, I gotta say the movie was somewhat watchable. Now we gotta switch because we're running out of time. I gotta talk about Macy Williams on Doctor Who, and I gotta say these episodes with her was mind blowing.
I like the ones even before that, the ones with him as the ghost. I loved the one.
I'm just pointing out these episodes were great. They're amazing. Good.
And she'll be back.
Yeah, I mean, when they finished part 2, and I'm not going to mention a spoiler or anything, but I was like, this character is just too good not to abandon.
Yeah.
You mean to abandon?
Sorry. When Game of Thrones ends now, because they announced it that there's only like 2 or 3 seasons left, I would love to see her full time in the series. Because wow, she really was outstanding.
Yeah, she did bring it. I mean, she was great in all of her scenes. She had a certain presence.
Oh, okay. You're not gonna say it. Good.
Yeah. Was there a certain je ne sais quoi? I knew you didn't want to hear it. Yeah, but she wanted, she came, you know what? She had that presence, that screen presence that just made it really, really cool. And, it does bring the thought, what does it mean to be truly immortal?
And I remember me and Chino had a really thorough discussion on immortality, and I realized that it might be a point now where somebody is immortal, but yet they have normal human intelligence. They're going to forget.
Yep.
They're going to forget. Where are you from? I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
was your name?
I am me.
It's been 1,000 years.
I've had students ask me, okay, what did we do 2 days ago? Because I was absent. And I'm like, I don't remember.
It's a hell if I know.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and what's your name?
I've done that.
I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Am I doing anything tomorrow?
Well, I know in 2 days I'm going to be doing something at 7 o'clock.
Okay, you're all kind of hitting Alzheimer's already.
Hey, I know what I'm doing in 2 days from now.
Sleeping.
For sure. No, 7 o'clock afternoon.
Sleeping.
No, I'm going to be going ahead and watching Stars.
Oh, yes, you are.
Yeah.
We all are, yeah.
And we can't forget Halloween. We can't forget Halloween. I'm ready to do an Evil Dead marathon.
Okay, this is the best part of the whole Evil Dead thing. It hasn't come out yet, and it's got a second season already.
I know.
Hey,
and have you seen that extra? They showed it on Stars with him going in with that girl that he meets at the bar, and they're going at it in the bathroom. And all of a sudden, ah!
Oh yeah, evil.
Oh yeah. Just that scene alone, I'm like going, this has the full sensibilities of the original series, with Sam Raimi directing the first one. It's going to be great. You got to
give it something. It Stars, it's unedited, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it took you this long to do this.
Yeah, I guess.
And it looks funny.
When we talk about Evil Dead, we can't fail to mention, if we're gonna talk about editing, tree rape. Okay, so it's not really that far fetched. Okay, it's not really that far fetched that we'd have That it's perfectly on Stars. It kind of needs to be on Stars for Oh God, I just thought of something. We're probably gonna have more than that. All right, well, we'll see later.
Yeah.
Oh man, oh well.
Well,
And not
here's
to
the other
mention,
question.
Lucy Lawless too is in the show. So
Yeah,
This is true.
here's the question I have for you guys. Halloween's coming. What classic Halloween movies are you guys gonna be watching?
Exorcist.
I never really want to watch that again, but I saw.
Hey!
Hey! 3
Better
more
than
days to
never.
Halloween,
Hey!
Halloween, Halloween. 3 more days to Halloween.
hey, that was just on
Silver
right now.
Shamrock.
No, I gotta say, for now, every year it's always a different movie, and as this, I've been enjoying my cable these last couple of weeks actually, because just the other day I enjoyed a Godzilla marathon.
Oh, cool.
Godzilla, that put me in the mood. And then just yesterday I was watching the Rocky Horror Picture Show, which again, it's weird as anything, but it's still Halloween. And
Yeah, Orly will stay away from that.
yeah. And then I gotta point out that I'm looking forward to watching sitting down and enjoying the Evil Dead marathon, especially Army of Darkness. That's my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we lost him.
Oh, we lost him.
Ah.
Well,
Oh.
I can tell you this. Okay, we were next to Clive Reveal for the for the Sun City Fan Expo,
Yep.
and basically because he was there, he reminded me of a movie that I had seen when I was a kid. I loved it. I watched it again, and it was just as good as when I remembered, and that is Legend of Hill House. Hell House. And man, for a 1970s, flick, it's really good. So that's sort of my find for this year, reminding myself of that film because I was there next to him. And you know what's funny is that guy was talking about, having lunch with Larry, and I realized he was talking about Laurence Olivier.
The one
And yeah,
What?
no, you go.
All right, the one I might want to see it, and I've kind of been craving it just because I did enjoy it. The new Fright Night, I might actually want to see that. That was interesting. It still had the formula of the old one, but it had a twist to it, which I thought was great. Halloween coming, yeah.
I gotta point out, Chino, nothing beats the original one. I mean, I watched the new one with you, but I'm still a huge fan of the original one. Oh, you're so cool, Brewster!
Yeah.
I have another one that beats that too. American Werewolf in London.
Oh, yeah.
It is a classic. I have enjoyed that one.
And you know what? Another one that did not do well in the box office, but it's a good film. And this is one of Orly's favorites, The Frighteners.
Oh, that was really good. I
Oh,
love
Oh,
it.
Frighteners
yeah,
was
that's
a
a
great
Fright-
movie, man. That's a great
Mhm.
movie, especially the
All right.
sheriff and the mummy.
We haven't heard Orly. What are your picks?
Well, number one, let me see.
Wasn't he
Okay.
the one that said Exorcist?
I liked Exorcist. I love Exorcist, but you can't get over Nightmare on Elm Street,
Mm-hmm.
the originals. I mean, you gotta love them. All those movies is fun antics.
Except for Skip 2. Skip number 2, just go 1 to 3.
Yeah.
I do kind of like the redhead in number 2.
Well, I'll say this much: it's appropriate. It's number 2. The one movie we should not see on Halloween is Phantasm. Which
You never win in Phantasm.
you never win on Phantasm.
Ooh, Hellraiser.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
And-
have such sights to show you.
And that's
Yeah,
a series
no,
where
I
I've
will
liked
not.
all of them.
I will not touch that box.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Oh,
cool.
I get it. Hey,
It's
that's
Alphonse.
cool.
Yeah.
Alphonse, yeah.
You guys
At
know.
least I hope that's Sherman. I'm hoping that's Sherman and not somebody else. Like let's time.
Well, we remember
God,
the
if
last
this
time
turns
we had
into
him.
that Facebook
Ah,
horror
there
movie,
it is.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. Well, Sherman, on our way out, what are your favorite picks for horror movies?
Halloween.
I hate horror movies.
You,
That is all.
you hate horror
Really?
films.
You know who
He
he
likes
reminded
watching
me of?
Comedy.
You know who he reminded me of? He reminded me of that dude from Family Guy. Oh, what's the weather gonna be like? It's gonna be wet.
Can we get you anything here? Soup! What kind? Chunky! Okay.
I
Really?
just called in to say hello.
Alright.
Awesome.
Well, it's an awesome
Yo.
show, but our time is running out, so, you know.
Hey, you know, this is how we do. You got to come in and make that last minute appearance.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and you sure did
It's a
last
memorable
minute.
one.
You know. All right, we got to sign out here. Our time is up now, but we want to wish everybody a happy Halloween. Have some fun this weekend, but be safe, okay? So you can come back and join us. We got the holidays coming up, and of course Star Wars. So you got to stay alive, people. Stay alive. And as we leave you, remember to catch the latest news on our Facebook page. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're all nerds here.
Take the mask off. Take the mask off.
Mama said I had a face for radio. Not